Look at that beautiful moon. I should say, instead of saying grand evening, I should say grand morning. It's almost 1 o'clock a.m. and ain't that beautiful sound? Y'all hear it shut off? That Bill Siphon just shut everything off. It's filling up again. You gotta love aquaponics. I like to sit out. I like to sit outside at night under a nice moon gaze like this in my food forest. It's peaceful, quiet, and it puts your mind in a deep thought process. And I'm always doing a lot of reading, researching. 2025, there's so much going on in this country economically and in the world economically due to the power struggles of our country and other countries with the tariffs and all that, and with our weather change on a global level. And I've been doing a lot of readings about other countries in their agricultural struggles. And I've been reading about the Middle East countries like Dubai and Singapore. These countries import 90% of all their agricultural goods, and a lot of them come from the U.S. And what I've been reading and what's been going on is that these countries have woken up, especially Dubai. Dubai has enormous wealth due to their oil reserves. And what they've done in the last 5-10 years is they've been really shifting their goal to more self-sustainability, especially in agriculture. What Dubai has been doing is they've been hiring all of our top agriculture scientists on things like aquaponics, hydroponics, aeroponics, solar, and they've been hiring these guys and paying them tons of money to teach them how to build newer, brand new techniques in urban farming on a large scale, especially in Dubai. And Singapore has one of the biggest vertical farms in the whole country now. They're growing tons and tons of food vertically. What these countries are doing is they're becoming more independent. They're getting off being dependent on countries like us to supply all their agricultural needs, like the vegetables, fruit, corn, and so forth. And they're finding new ways to grow food in the desert, to grow tons of food in the desert aquaponically, and they're doing it hydroponically, and they're doing it. And it's amazing to see how these other countries are using AI and technology, aquaponics, hydroponics, mixing it all together and forming these large forms in the middle of deserts and saving 90% of water and growing tons of food for the people instead of importing it in. And what I'm learning is once these countries get all the way independent, our farmers here who make a living on growing tons of food and exporting it out to these countries are going to be at a loss. And it's already happening. This is why tariffs are so important. This is why our leaders, they see what's going on. They see what's happening in America. How other countries are becoming more self-reliant. But at the same time, we in America are not becoming self-reliant. We're still mass consumers. We're mass consumers. We don't produce anything here a lot. And we're losing because of what's going on. And if you don't open your minds up and see what's going on from a worldwide advantage, you're lost. The United States is way behind infrastructure-wise, AI-wise, and so forth. We're way behind. We are way behind, and we're falling from the number one position already. Now we're falling. So as I sit here in my food forest here under the nice cool night of Texas. You have to love Texas in the summertime because it's hot as heck in the daytime, but at night it's beautiful, nice and cool right now. It's about 70 degrees right now. Nice and quiet. It's a good time to have a food forest. Come outside and you can sit and see everything growing. I have so many more journeys to do in my food forest. Still, this year, like I said, I'll say it again, it's my infrastructure year. This is a year when I'm setting up all my aquaponics systems that I've already built. They're already built. I just have to set them up now. And I'm doing that. I have 3 of them set up outside, 2 large ones, this small one, and I have 3 more large ones to set up and some small ones like this. So I'm not even halfway done yet. This shows you how much food you can grow aquaponically in a small space. You can grow 10 times as much food as you could aquaponically than in a traditional garden in a much smaller space. That's wild. A lot of these other countries, they're using that. They figured it out. So, and they're already producing lots of food. The problem is, most Americans are sheep. They don't research, they don't see what these other countries are doing, how sustainable they've become. And the ones who are going to be hurt the most are large farmers, because these countries are going to say, hey, we don't need any more tomatoes from you. We don't need any more corn from you, because we grow our own now. The most powerful thing a person can do is be more self-sustainable and grow their own food. Generate their own power from solar. Be DIY. The more DIY you are and self-sustainable, the less you have to depend on the matrix Babylon for your survival. I'm thinking about the food I'm growing here. All those bell peppers are those beautiful organic bell peppers. Those large bluegill, and aquaponics system number 1. That's all delicious organic food. I don't have to go to the store and get that. And everything else starts to bloom. My other aquaponics systems, when I get them up, I'm going to be generating way more food than I can eat, y'all. Be honest with you. Way more. And it's all DIY. Blueberries. All DIY by me. I didn't go out and spend tons of money on the manufacturer made aquaponics system that would cost thousands. I built this myself. And mine's work, believe it or not, from what I've seen, better than theirs. All this stuff I bought at a hardware store. Some of the stuff I got for at second hand, like the barrels. I bought those barrels, food grade barrels, for $20 a piece at a store that sells used clean barrels. $20 a piece, and converted it to a fish tank. We as Americans have to start being more self-sustainable, think outside the box. Because other countries, what we call third world countries, they've been brought up to do this. They've been taught to do this. They've always done this, and they're better at it than us. Way better. They're more serious when it comes to AI. The shift, growing food. We're not. Most Americans are lost. Most Americans are caught up into being Americans, being consumers, partying, this and that, buying overpriced things. Those days are over, folks. If you haven't watched and seen what's going on with the tariffs, the world economy, we're not the only powerful ones anymore. China is on our back. Russia is on our back. So as I sit out here chilling in this part of my backyard, in this part of my, I wouldn't say backyard, my side yard, enjoying the breeze, enjoying the moon, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm not one of those guys who always go along with the flow. I'm not one of those guys who in the sheep herd. As you can see, I'm always thinking forward. This is why I do aquaponics. I'm always thinking forward. This is why I do DIY solar. How can I do this better? How can I do this more environmentally safe, where I can save a whole lot of water? I can save more power. When I can do this with 80% less labor in a smaller space without spending all my money buying tons of land that I can never work anyway. I can never work. I can never go out and buy. I'll say this. Buying land is a beautiful thing. Am I looking for land? Yes, I am looking for land. Matter of fact, I might already have some land. Everything is not meant for social media. I'll tell you guys that right now. But at my age and so forth, I'm not able to run a large farm. I don't want to run a large farm. There's no need for me to do that now with technology and aquaponics and all that. I can produce as much food, more organic food, in a whole lot smaller space with 80% less labor. So That's where my mindset is. My mindset is not on the old. My mindset is like everybody else. Who's forward thinking. My mindset is on the new. It's on technology, growing food in a new way, more organic, in small space, using technology with 80% less labor. That's where we're at right now. We are in a large shift, people. We are in an agricultural shift from old to new. We are in an AI shift for technology from old to new. We are in the big shift right now. And if you don't understand that, you might want to look in the mirror, because you might be the problem. I don't want to drag it on and on. I have a lot of other things always going through my mind. A lot of things. That I may talk about. Some of the things I won't talk about, because everything is not everybody's business, nor is it everybody's mission. You do what's best for you, and I'll do what's best for me, and we'll all get along. Garden how you want to garden, and that's okay. That's okay. Garden how you want to garden. Don't put yourself in a box. But at the same time, don't close your mind. Open your mind when it comes to growing food. When it comes to solar and everything else. Because the world is in a shift and it's changing. That's my talk, my thought under the moon tonight. Y'all have a nice, I want to say morning, because it's after 1 a.m.